E ngā raukura, e ngā mana, e ngā hau e whā. Are mai o tā ringa ki tēnei kārere tono putea mai i te manatū taonga. E te whānau, are you a kaitiaki or ringatoi Māori using an art form or mātauranga that was passed down to you through taonga tuku iho? Do you have an uncle who knows how to tārai waka? Or perhaps a kuia who is an expert in whatumuka? Manatū Taonga's new Te Tāhua Whakamārohi i te Rangai Ahurea Cultural Sector Regeneration Fund is designed to fund projects that will improve safeguarding of mātauranga Māori and support of toi Māori. The fund will invest in strategic initiatives that will have lasting benefits for arts, culture and heritage in Aotearoa, New Zealand. There are 5 outcomes of the fund, with successful projects needing to demonstrate a strong contribution to achieving 2 or more of these outcomes.
One of the outcomes most relevant to kaitiaki o ringatoi Māori is outcome 2, improved safeguarding of mātauranga Māori and support of toi Māori. There are 2 parts to this outcome. 1, safeguarding mātauranga Māori that's vulnerable, and 2, support of toi Māori to improve infrastructure, meaning people, places, systems and tools. For the purposes of this fund, vulnerable mātauranga is where there are very few kaitiaki, pukenga, kaumātua or tohunga who hold mātauranga, essentially mātauranga that are under threat and could be lost. Examples of this could be mātauranga that is only known by one or a handful of experts in Aotearoa and is limited to a particular area or locality, or mātauranga that is whānau specific and that's not known outside of the kin group, or mātauranga that is no longer practiced and is only available in museums and or historical archives that a practitioner is attempting to revive. The support of toi Māori for the purposes of this fund is about the development of toi Māori arts practices or mechanisms that will strengthen the practice or art market opportunities. In addition, ringatoi Māori who primarily operate in the arts sector or markets must also demonstrate their connection to the origins of the mātauranga or art form that they are using. Examples of this could be a ringatoi who has the correct permissions to incorporate traditional patterns that belong to their whānau, hapu or iwi through painting, a ringatoi who wants to develop a traditional toi Māori practice using modern materials, or a ringatoi who wants to improve the reach of toi Māori within the arts market.
Ai te whānau, another key question for this outcome is kōwai. Who will be leading this initiative? The strongest projects will be led by kaitiaki o ringatoi Māori who have tino rangatiratanga over taonga. This means they could be a guardian of an art form that was passed down to them through taonga tuku iho. They could also be an expert in traditional or ancestral mātauranga Māori art forms who understand their origins and tikanga, or the appropriate custodians of vulnerable mātauranga Māori establishing safeguarding mechanisms. We are also looking at supporting projects that will strengthen and sustain the taonga tuku iho and toi Māori infrastructure. This is about establishing kaupapa or initiatives that empower tangata whenua to build bespoke, self-sustaining heritage and identity management systems. It's about creating models, methods and tools that can be passed down through generations to transmit mātauranga Māori to achieve cultural sustainability. We want our culture to live on whānau.
Indeed we do. There's heaps more information on our website, including an outcomes questionnaire which you can use to test your project's fit with the fund outcomes. When checking out the questionnaire, make sure your project has a strong or moderate contribution to 2 or more of the outcome areas. If it does, ka pai. Put in an expression of interest to get your application underway. Expressions of interest are open until 7 September. Check out our website for more information or get in touch to see if this fund is for you. Nō reira e hoa mā, kia kaha tātou ki te whakamana i te whakatau ki nei. Toi tipu, toi awe awe, mauri ora, kia tātou katoa.